Hello and welcome to another video from the Grace Trail on YouTube, and it is episode 52 of my FIFA 15 Burnley career mode, and it is the penultimate episode of season 2 as we take on Leicester and Stoke away in this episode, and then have the final episode against Swansea, which will be a full episode just reviewing the season. As you can see, we left off with 3 games to go. The chances of us getting into the top 4 aren't very probable. Basically, looking at the fixtures here, in the fixtures coming up, we have Everton against Southampton and Man United against Norwich. So really, I need Norwich to do me a favour and somehow beat Manchester United. They've done it before. They did it in 2005. They did it back in 2012. I need them to do it again here. Although I'd also need Arsenal to then beat Man United and Newcastle to get at least a point against them. And I would also have to win all 3 of my games, which isn't beyond possibility. I mean, I've not had the best of luck against Leicester in the past, to be honest, but they are beatable. They do seem to be my bogey side, to be honest. This is the lineup we're going with. It is our usual side. We finally seem to have come to a sort of a natural agreement on the starting 11, really. Don't know how long that will last for if we go into a season 3, which is probably likely. But anyway, this is a Leicester game, the first game of the episode, and knowing our history against us, it's not going to be easy. Guidetti. Now we can play it out to Arfield, who again has also sort of been hit and miss this season, but he has aided us. It was quite a lot of appearances off the bench and back in the side at points. Here's Kitely, and Kitely with a chance and drags it wide, and that's what I was talking about, was just not quite clicking with Kitely this season, to be honest. I might have to bring Ibon for him later, maybe. Jutskovic, this ball in. Guidetti in the air, almost gets there. It's going to come back out. Oh, Guidetti was the overhead kick. And if that had gone in, could have had a goal of the season there. But sadly, it was just a bit too tame. Well, guys, again, it's not been a great first half. It seems to be a common factor recently. Just a lot of lethargic and slow first halves and games, to be honest, in terms of chances, especially recently. I don't know if that's just because of fatigue and getting towards the end of the season, but there really hasn't been many chances. We are going to bring Ibe on for Kitely here as well, just to try and change the game up a bit, because we really haven't been able to carve out many chances. This is not good. It's out to Drinkwater. Good block. Well defended in the end. What's happened there? What? What is that a free kick for? Oh, great. Now I've got to defend this, and this is in a very dangerous area, but luckily it was a Leicester player. Again, that's just what I'm saying with FIFA, though. Ridiculous free kicks. Good tackle, no. Oh, of course. Oh my God, if that had gone in, it would have been ridiculous. But that is our top 4 hopes completely over now. We had to win the 3 games, otherwise it was all over. And it is truly all over now. It just sort of summed up why this team just can't get into the top 4. And why I can't get into the top 4. Sometimes you just come across games where there just isn't enough with this team, where you just need that extra bit of quality that this team doesn't have at the moment. And I don't know if it will have it in season 3 either, because it's just, there isn't enough transfer funds with this team. And it was very, very similar to the Cardiff game in the way it was just, we tried to carve out some opportunities, but every time we would try and do it, wouldn't happen. We couldn't get the ball off them too well, because they were just, every bounce was just going to them. So it's a bit disappointing, really. But at least we're still undefeated in the last 3 games. But yes, it's just sort of sums up why we aren't in the top 4 this season. Well, guys, as you can see here, it is now confirmed that we cannot reach the top 4, sadly. Everton are 7 points ahead of us, and they still have 2 games to go. So, yeah, it's a bit disappointing. But, you know, look how close it is to try and get into 5th place. It looks like Arsenal have slipped up somewhere. They must have obviously lost to Man United or drew with them or something. which has really left it completely wide open for who's going to get fifth. Which, you know, fifth would probably be a good place because we wouldn't have to go through all the qualifying crap that you might have to do for the Europa League. But and we need to get in the Europa League as well. That would be, I guess, a consolation prize, getting the Europa League, even if it is the the Europa League. But yeah, just look how close it is: 57, 57, 58, 58, 59, and anyone's got a real chance of getting in fifth place now. But we could fall out of the top half potentially if results don't go our way. So at least there's still a bit to play for, and it's not just a complete boring end to the season. But the lineup we're going was, we're going to put Caraman up front because I'm a bit fed up of these two up front now after what they produced in the last couple of games. So I think we just need a bit of a change of just who's playing, because that last performance was just a bit dull and poor, really. So we really just need a bit of a change up in what we're doing here. And we're just going to bring Ings in for Jutskovic as well. So those substitutes, changes we're making. So there are quite a few changes in there. So let's get into this Stoke game. We usually do quite well against them, so hopefully we can continue that and maybe get into that fifth place position, or set us up for a decent finish to the season anyway. The previous game was a draw. I can't take another draw, to be honest. Oh, Bojan. Oh, it's 1-0. And again, it just sums up the inconsistency. Bojan, and then I don't know what I was doing, was a tackle, and it's just put in by Ireland of all people. You just get the most unexpected people scoring against you. And we're 1-0 down already. Maybe this changed lineup wasn't a good idea. And now, well won by Ibe, or that's not a free kick, but it will come to Caraman instead! Oh, chance to finish it, and of course, somehow it finds its way to Butland, and we can't put it in the back of the net at the moment. And Caraman! Decent effort, Ings tries to get there. Man, we're piling the pressure on already here. It's just, unfortunately, we went 1-0 down already. It's going to be put into the box. Reed couldn't header that away. Oh, for goodness sake. Again, I just... what am I supposed to do about that? It's just a simple Stoke goal, isn't it? I don't know what the keeper's doing, and sometimes you just have to hold your hand up and say, you can't do anything about that. 2-0 down, and we might even finish out the top half now. Well, what can I say, really? It's just the usual FIFA stuff. Can't string a couple of wins together. Always has to be inconsistent, this team, and it just seems to be petering out this season a bit now, ever since that Man United game. I think that Jutskovic touch where I said, have you seen that? Sort of just ended any hopes of this being a successful season. I was still hoping to get into the Europa League, but even that now seems to be going down the toilet, because Stoke have scored 2 goals. I couldn't do anything about the second, that's for sure. The first maybe I could have done better on, but again, we can't seem to score at the moment either. So it'd just be nice if I could just win on merit and not have this game constantly have one game where a team's playing amazing and one where they're just all over the place. Plays it into Caraman. Dinked over the top. Danny Ings can take it down. Danny Ings now. Danny Ings, and of course he is absolutely woeful in front of goal. I don't get how people play so well with him. It's a terrible finish, and it just sums up everything in this episode and this season. Oh, it's headed straight out into bloody Ireland. It's just a pounding at the moment, but I can't do anything about it. It just headers it straight out to the main source of the problem. And the keeper should take that, and he does, thank God. Jerome. And there it is, the full-time whistle. What an absolute shite episode. really. I was hoping that maybe I could end the season well, but instead FIFA and EA just sort of showed why I haven't played FIFA that much as I usually do. On FIFA 15, I mean, got Norwich into the top 4. On all my other career modes I'm pretty good. I don't know if it's just because, you know, YouTubers pressure, I don't know, if that YouTubers curse, is that such a thing? I guess at least it's realistic for Burnley, but I mean, look at that, again we're in the game, but it just wouldn't go away. Look at the shot accuracy from Stoke and they still scored 2. Okay guys, as you can see, we cannot reach 5th now, and it would be probably be a miracle if we get 6th, so we're looking at 7th here. So we'd have to rely on the FA Cup going our way to get into the Europa League, plus a hell of a lot of other results going our way. So really it looks like we're going to be resigned, maybe 7th or 8th or 9th or even 10th. At least we're going to finish in the top half, but you know, it is a bit disappointing, I guess. No goals in that episode whatsoever. It's just thoroughly disappointing. And really we have been the most inconsistent side. I mean, just look at our results and where we are in the table. I mean, we're almost perfectly central. It's just ridiculous, really. But obviously Swansea will be the next episode, where I probably have an even bigger whinge and a moan. It looks like Sunderland, Fulham and Cardiff are relegated, and post in the comments if you want me to do a season 3 with this career mode, because if I don't get any transfer funds I might just lose the will to live, and I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do another season 3 of this. I mean, there's some real high moments, but then there's also moments like this where you just want to kill yourself, really. Okay, maybe a slight over exaggeration, but yeah, post in the comments if you want to see a season 3. I don't know if I'll continue on with it, even if people say to do that. I mean, obviously you've got F1 coming out as well. I guess I might do a small thing in between, but I'm just starting to lose the plot with this career mode. So thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye.